According to reports, Nike's stock and value has risen to over 53% higher than it's ever been. It's at an all-time high, much to the chagrin of a lot of the people who protested Nike by burning their stuff due to the Colin Kaepernick debacle and all that's going on. Basically showing that that protest was very ineffective. As a matter of fact, it created the opposite effect of what they may have wanted. But quiet as it's kept, that example was given first by Colin Kaepernick's protest in the first place and other NFL players. It was very ineffective, and as a matter of fact, it created the opposite effect of what they wanted. Why have we not learned from the civil rights movement? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Quan TZ with the Christocrats and the Red Pill Reality here with another video for you, giving you some common sense and some balance and all the stupidity that's going on in our world. First of all, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. We're growing steadily. I appreciate it. You know, if you like the content, go ahead and smash the like button and smash the notification, you know, the little bell thing notification. Smash that, as well as think about subscribing and sharing the video so that we can get the message out there. So Colin Kaepernick, Nike, the flag, all that. We're going to break this down. This is going to be the most normal, balanced, informative video about the subject that you're going to find on the internet, because nobody's talking about some of the things I'm going to talk about right now. So, you know, Nike has been being protested by, you know, people who were offended by the fact that they decided to to throw some dirt in the face of the people who call themselves patriots by sponsoring a non-athlete, one who's not on the team, with, you know, an ad and basically supporting Colin Kaepernick and de facto supporting the protest that he has been doing and that he sparked a couple of years ago. So people got mad about it, and to protest that, since we live in a protest society now, where everybody's protesting everything, they decided to burn their own stuff, which is extremely stupid to do that, because that does not hurt anybody but themselves. But what I want to point out is that everybody on the left and everybody who supported Colin Kaepernick was laughing at everybody who burned their own stuff. Even there was a clip of a guy who burned his sneakers while his feet were in his shoes. How stupid was that? And it was very. I saw the video of it. He burned his own shoes while his feet was in his shoes. You know, that's just a layup to the left. We're just giving them a layup. But what's crazy is they have the mental acumen to laugh at the stupidity of burning your own stuff, because why? Because that would be an ineffective way to protest. But guess what? Colin Kaepernick's way of protesting was ineffective as well. And I'm going to tell you the reason why. If you're on the side of Colin Kaepernick and you support why he said he's protesting, he said that he's protesting because not the flag and not to disrespect the soldiers or the police officers, but to bring attention to the police brutality and all that other stuff that happens against people of color and blah, blah, blah. And that's what to bring attention to that by kneeling during the national anthem. And so that seems to, you know, be the pervading thing, and the people on the left and people that are supporting him are like, he's not protesting the flag. Stop it. That's not what he's talking about, you know. And the reason why others on the other side are so upset about it is because the reasoning that he says rings untrue, because he's not protesting the thing that he directly is talking about. It seems to be that the protest is disconnected, when he's doing the protest, is disconnected from the point that he's making. Let's go back to the civil rights. Why were the civil rights protests eventually taken seriously, and the public outcry caused Congress to have to listen to what Martin Luther King had to say and others and pass laws? Well, because the protests, starting all the way back to Rosa Parks and others, you know, she got up, or she didn't get up, and sat down in the back of the bus, and that was a direct protest of a direct offense. So they wouldn't let her sit in the front of the bus. They wanted her to sit to the back of the bus. That was an offense. That was a discrimination. So what did she do? She sat in the front of the bus. That was a direct correlation to what was going on. When black people would come in and do sit-ins, they wouldn't just sit in anywhere. They would sit in places that was supposed to be for whites only. So that was a direct protest to a direct problem. It was one-to-one. It equaled each other. And then the consequences that happened to it. The other component is the consequences that innocent people received for doing something that the Constitution is supposed to allow us to be able to do. So, and it was things like that, where they would protest things directly. So kneeling during the national anthem does not directly speak to police brutality. The visual optics that people see is that he's kneeling during the national anthem. So he's protesting, in their minds, he's protesting the national anthem. And no matter what you say it's for, it rings as untrue because you're doing it as a direct result, but as a direct one-to-one to something that has nothing to do with the police brutality and what you say you're protesting. So, in the Martin Luther King and others, what they were saying was that, hey, we don't want to protest the institution of America. We just want America to live up to its own standards that they say belong to everyone, that every man is created equal and everyone has rights, the same rights. So we want America to do that, and we're going to bring attention to that by showing you the actual offenses that happen. So people could relate to it, and they learned to understand that because it made sense. This doesn't make sense. When you kneel at a national anthem, it's like you're saying you're protesting the entire institution of America. And that's why people get so offended by that. If Colin Kaepernick and his ilk were to go protest at a police station or kneel down, like if they had some action, an action group where they found out someone was being brutalized by the police or something like that, and they could somehow protest that particular action, then it might be a better effect. So while you're over there laughing at people for burning their Nikes, make sure you laugh at yourself or laugh at Colin for ineffectively kneeling. What I think they should do, what the NFL should do, be honest with you, here's the solution. Perfect solution. You ready? The NFL should do nothing. Let him kneel. Don't put the camera on him. Don't talk about it. Like, there should be a directive throughout the broadcasters and all that. Don't talk about it. Let him do it. And don't put the camera on it, because the only way that they are going to stir up more controversies is if you put the cameras on them and you mention it. Don't say nothing. The only people that'll see it will be the people in the stands. Don't say nothing about it. Let him do it, and it'll fizzle out. Y'all try to believe that Colin Kaepernick is doing some sort of noble thing by doing this, but he's getting millions of dollars for being a spokesperson for Nike. And so he's not hurting in the least. Now, I will say this, on the balance side of it, Colin has done a lot of charitable works with his money. He has done a lot, doing a lot. Now, it is partially with the liberal agenda, but I don't really care I don't really care too much when disenfranchised or impoverished, that's a better word, impoverished people are getting some help. So that's a good thing, but let's not put him on some pedestal. Let's not burn our own stuff, because that's stupid. And let's also remember that if you're going to protest, do it in a way that is going to have the most effect. That's the reason why people are upset with Colin Kaepernick deep down, because it looks like he's protesting America as opposed to an issue with America. There is a difference, and then he wants to come out and say, "Oh, no, that's not what it is." But you're doing it, without a real risk, because he was already on his way out of the NFL as it is, and you're doing it in a way that makes it look like you're protesting. No matter what you say is what you do. It makes you look like you're protesting against America itself, and that's what's offensive. Okay, let's fix what's the problem inside of America. But don't say that America itself needs to be protested, because that's what pisses people off. And so don't act all surprised when that happens. So moving forward, police brutality does happen, but it doesn't happen anywhere near as much as they are portrayed to be in comparison to how many crimes are committed and things that are done by the police to protect people. So, we need to have a balanced view of everything. I don't know where it's going to go from here. I'm giving the NFL one more chance this season. I'm hoping my Giants do better. They lost this last game, but that's neither here nor there. That's what it is, man. And, if you're going to protest, make it count and make it have stick to the actual issue instead of, confusing people. So, hopefully that helped you out a little bit. Let's have calm, cool, collected heads. The only way we can make real change is if we do the opposite of what our enemies are doing and create a contrast. That's what Martin Luther King did. He created a contrast and showed that there was real risk that they were taking, and that struck the heart of regular, everyday, normal Americans, and things got changed. So, love you guys. Remember, let everything that you do filter through your prism of your dedication to Christ, because He alone has all the answers. And we got more coming up for you guys. I thank you so much for watching these videos and the comments. We got some T-shirts, some Christocrat T-shirts, and some window stickers if you want to put them on your car to let people know that you're not ultimately loyal to one party or the other. You're ultimately loyal to what the Word of God says. What it says in this book will let you know how you should have your politics. So remember to love God, hate sin. We're not left, we're not right, but up.